Hello and welcome back to lesson 31 with negative forms. Let's have a look at the structure. Do you remember negative forms? So if we're going back even on the basic, we have I like pizza, I don't like pizza, and then interrogative, do I like pizza? Okay, so don't forget that the negative is not, don't, doesn't. Good. So oh, and of course, if you want to, you can use both not or an apostrophe T. So I do not or I don't. And what's the difference between I do not and I don't? Don't forget that I do not emphasizes that you really don't want something. Okay, and don't is just, I don't know, I wouldn't say lazy, but in spoken language, it's just more common to say I don't instead of I do not. Because when you say I do not, you're actually emphasizing that you really don't. So here we have some examples on the affirmative and negative. He lives in London. He does not live in London. I can see you. I cannot see you. I can't see you. I like those photos. I don't like any of those photos. The man lost all his money. The man did not lose all his money. I should eat more chocolate. I shouldn't eat any more chocolate or more chocolate. You ought to have gone home. You ought not to have gone home. I may be able to finish it on time. I may not be able to finish in time. See it? Affirmative and negative. Now, as a little exercise, I want you to do the same with 10 phrases. So write 10 phrases in the affirmative and then the negative of those phrases. And then we use here, for example, never. Okay, so when you use never means, there is even so never say never. No, never, okay? Never is it's negative. So you don't need to use don't with never. I don't never go to the farm. I have never been to a farm. Okay, I will never go to a farm. Anything with never, but you don't need to say don't never say never. It's unnecessary because never is already in a negative term, so you're just repeating itself. Okay, well, not repeating because don't doesn't mean never, but because they're both in the negative terms, you don't have to use them twice. Example in affirmative and negative. He plays tennis. He never plays tennis. So you don't need to use, but not he does never play tennis. That sounds very, very odd. Do you know why? It's wrong. I saw the Queen yesterday. I never saw the Queen yesterday. Negative using the nouns or pronouns. So remember what a pronoun is. What is a pronoun? What is a noun? Noun names, okay? So no is sometimes combined with examples. One thing, where. So no one, nothing, nowhere. Nobody as well. Okay, so here are some examples of affirmative and negative. Trees grow on the moon. No trees grow on the moon. I can see someone. I cannot see anyone. I cannot see, oh sorry, and then in the affirmative, I can see no one. The man lost time. The man lost no time. Okay, now you can have double meaning on that phrase. And then we use none of. None of means none of this flowers, none of this tea, none of. So you have many of the things, you have many things, and you don't want any of it. Examples, affirmative and negative. The riders were able to finish the race. None of the riders were able to finish the race. So the riders mean all of them. So all of the riders were able to finish the race. And then because I'm putting it in the negative term, so none of, so there are all of the riders, but none of the riders were able to finish the race except for one. No, that's not true. Another one. Your shoes are clean. Okay, so you have many shoes or just a pair of shoes, it depends what term, but they are clean. And then the person can say in a negative term, none of your shoes are clean. So we understand that these are many shoes, not just a pair of shoes. It's just many different pair of shoes. And then the person says, none of your shoes are clean. Then we have the negation using adverb phrases. Example, it is so possible to add a negative meaning to a sentence by including an adverb phrase with a negative meaning. And this we can use a preposition, for example, without. And then of course a preposition followed by the no. Here is a little example. You can have some whiskey. Affirmative. You can do without whiskey. Okay, you can do without whiskey. You don't need whiskey to do it. You can do it without it. Okay. He's walking with a stick. He's walking without a stick. Okay. And then you have the negation using negative adjectives, not adverbs, adjectives. Example, this is possible. This is impossible. And don't forget that this is a suffix, okay? And prefixes as well. You are being very cooperative. I was going to say cooperative. You're being very cooperative. You are being very uncomparative. Negative. Then affirmative. The border guards were friendly. The border guards were unfriendly. I am pleased with my results. I am very displeased with my results. He's being very sensible. He's being very senseless. So don't put senseless. Don't put unsensible. So you could put unsensible or you could put senseless. Remember, the less means everything which is less means, so let's say sense is the full verb. Okay, so sense is in the affirmative term, and then if you put less at the end of the sentence, then it becomes negative. It means you don't have it. Emotionless. Okay, someone who doesn't have emotion. Emotionless. Because of the less. So don't forget, the less is negative because it's always a minus, and more it's plus, so it's always more. It's interesting on those kind of language because it's like mathematics. Okay, after I'm going to show you the difference between them. So next lesson, I'm going to have a look at lesson 32 with reported speech. We've looked at reported speech before, but I'm going to be showing you more deeply. Alright, so see you soon. Bye bye.